السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كابتن هاني جلال مع حضراتكم من عالم كمال الأجسام، مدرب كمال الأجسام والقوة البدنية بين قوسين الفتنس. وما زال الجدل قائم، وزي ما يكون رامي السباعي خد طبعا لقمة من بق السبع، وطبعا رئيس وعبد الله العتيبي وبراندون، طبعا دونا عن باقي المشتركين، لان طبعا الاسباب واضحه، وان رامي الكتله العضليه والتنشيف والاستعراض المميز هو اللي ميز رامي السباعي البيج رامي وخلاه حصل على المركز الاول. وده طبعا كان كلام رئيس لجنة تحكيم مستر اوليمبيا، ورأيه عن في رامي السباعي وانه يستحق لقب مستر اوليمبيا 2020. نشوف مع بعض التقرير.
That's the last time you can... No, honestly, no. You didn't improve from that? No, you did not. Oh wow! Because I mean, obviously, it's just people thought that the midsection got better from the last performance. So in that regard, if you saw as the contest went on, his midsection was pretty much protruding, and it looked like he lost a little bit of size, especially in the legs. I mean, he still looked great. Don't get me wrong. 7-time Mr. Olympia. He's one of the greats of our sport, but he wasn't at his best. Do you feel like Brandon Curry improved from last year to this year? About the same, honestly. About the same. So Ramy was. What do you think made him really, win this year? Was people say it's a conditioning factor, in your opinion? The size, conditioning, and presentation. When we called the pose out, he was the first one in the pose and the last one out of the pose. His stomach kept in the whole time. He looked like the ultimate professional on that stage. So did the other guys, but Ramy was the first one in and the last one out. He really came to do battle. I never saw him like that before. Now, after the prejudging on a Friday night, were placing changed between what you saw on Friday? A lot, yes. The prejudging, it was, if you look at the scores, which I really, let me see if I haven't, in second place would have been Phil. Let me look for sure here. Second was Phil. So Brandon would probably third, right? Hadi fourth, and Bonac fifth. And Ramy was still number one in both prejudging and judging. Ramy was number one, yes. He was number one in the morning and at night. But at nighttime, Hadi looked amazing. Hadi was in second place at nighttime. So that is true. I was going to ask you about Hadi. So Hadi was actually in second place in the second. He was in second. There just wasn't enough points from the morning at prejudging on Friday night to Saturday to make up. That's incredible, right? I mean, this guy comes... He looks amazing. He really did. They say he only got in on Thursday night, so he needed a day to get ready. So he was there Thursday, he competed on Friday, and Saturday he kind of dialed it in, and he was in second place. That's incredible. Wow. So again, I feel like when it comes to fans making their assessments, right? They always said that Ramy is unbeatable if he brings the condition. Would you agree with that statement? No one's unbeatable, no. But Ramy in the condition he's in is very hard to beat, honestly. I really would have liked to have seen Hadi look the same way he looked at prejudging, honestly. And even Phil at his best, it would have been interesting. Now this year I feel like was one of the first years that I witnessed in the sport, right, where everybody was extremely happy with the results. Usually it's people, obviously they want to root for their favorites, you know what I'm saying? But this year everybody was just like, hands down, we agree with the judging. Did you get that feeling? I got a lot of emails, a lot of compliments.
both Instagram, emails, and just people in the gym that came up and said the judging was unbelievable. We had a great judging panel, and everyone did a great job.
For sure. Now, Phil, last time when he lost to Sean Roden, right, he was very, very upset over that loss. He kind of made it seem like he didn't understand why he really lost. He was talking. Oh, you remember that whole thing that happened?
I do remember, yes.
How do you feel like he took this loss this year?
At nighttime, he was a champ. Took it like a true champion. On stage, he was excellent. Off stage, he was excellent. No bad feelings at all. If he had him, he didn't show him, honestly. He stood like a professional.
And what about Brandon? How do you feel about obviously it's tough. He won it last year, and usually Mr. Olympic, right. Once you win, you solidify it. You got to go forward as a champion. Now, he lost it this year, obviously. As a judge, you got to decide who was the best on the stage that night, obviously, right?
Yes.
How do you think he took it?
He was a gentleman after. He was fine. I spoke to him. He was fine. He's class act. There was really none of the competitors really had a huff or anything or any disagreements. Really, I think the competitors were just happy with the placings too. Honestly, I mean everyone wants to win. Not everybody wins, but for the most part, everybody was pretty pleased.
Go back into the competition. So Friday comes in. How do you feel that day and how the competition progresses?
Winning the tan twice. The first thing that Honey said was like, "You're way too dark," and I was like, "No, we're good." And then, but I didn't see anything with the muscles or anything that I would be concerned about. Like, oh man, like we're in trouble. Like I need to fix this or that. If anything, I was just like, let's just get this over with. So I go up there for my own 60-second, routine, and the crowd was happy. And when I walked out, happy. And I exuded that confidence. I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's do this." I walked out there, looked around, crowd erupted. I was like, they see what I see. Okay, we're good. Walked up there, boom, do my thing, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, wait till they see me turn around on this. I can't wait for them to see this. I turn around, and it got quiet. And I was like, oh, they may not know what they look at. Let me go ahead and point down at them glutes and hamstrings and calves and hit it. And that's when people were like, holy I could hear it. They're just like, what the? I heard it. What the And this lady goes, oh, You're just thinking like, that's what I want to hear. That's what Mr. Olympia has to hear to know that he has brought it. And we're having fun. The guys are up there wanting to hit the most musculars and this and that. And I'm like, I got 3 of these most musculars. Let's go. The crowd's really getting into it. They're like, hell yeah, the crowd was really excited. I could see them. And when we walked off, they said that's the end of the pre-judging. I was like, okay, I did my job. Let's get your stuff and just get out of here. Like, you did everything. You're supposed to do. Reporters and everybody. That's the funny thing is that, backstage, when you see the reporters and everybody like up your ass with cameras and stuff, and not the other guys, that usually tells you something good. That means that you're winning. So I just grab my stuff and head back.
And what about Saturday?
Saturday, continue to do your thing, this and that, with the meals, posing, resting, and then Honey comes to my room around noon, and he's like, we gotta talk. I was like, what? And he's like, it's really close, man. I go, you kidding me? You're joking, right? He goes, no, man. And I was like, oh,